Namaste to all. Here I am with a new video relating to advanced accounting, and in this video we are going to discuss short question answers. uh, फटाफट 4 क्वेश्चन कर लेंगे और 20 मार्क्स कवर करने की कोशिश करेंगे. दिस इज रिलेटिंग टू एडवांस अकाउंट्स एंड December 2017. Okay, so there are certain theory questions. What is essential features of partnership firm? तो वो एक डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन सैक्रिफाइसिंग एंड गेनिंग रेशियो, ये व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय बोनस शेयर्स, और एक थियरी क्वेश्चन आ गया, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय सुपर प्रॉफिट्स. नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट से जो ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट्स आते हैं उसे सुपर प्रॉफिट्स बोलते हैं अपन. सो थियरी इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट एज वेल एज प्रॉब्लम्स. ओके, अकाउंट्स पेपर है, ओनली प्रॉब्लम्स ही रहेंगे वैसा नहीं. सो यू नीड टू do both theory as well as problems. Don't want to waste time anymore. So Anil, Banu and Chandar, question number 3 we are doing. Sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 2:2:1. Capital contribution were Anil 60,000, Banu 20,000, Chandu 8,000. Cash in hand 20,000. Realization loss 68,000. Show necessary ledger accounts assuming Chandu is insolvent and is unable to bring anything in respect of deficiency. So as for Garner versus Murray rule, we need to apply. 1. Whoever solvent partners. Now Chandu is insolvent, remaining Anil and Banu. Anil and Banu are solvent partners. They need to bring their share of realization loss as cash. And one more point is that solvent partners having credit balance should bear the insolvent partners capital loss, that is deficiency of insolvent partner in their last agreed capital sharing ratio. ये बात याद रखो. Okay, that's it. So let us apply those things in the problem. Necessary ledger accounts बोले तो पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट प्रिपेयर करना पड़ता, कैश अकाउंट प्रिपेयर करना पड़ता. So let us see first capital accounts of partners. So particulars Anil, Bhanu, Chandu. Particulars Anil, Bhanu, Chandu. So by balance brought down 60,000, 20,000, 8,000, which is given in the question. Then we are having realization loss, that is 2 realization loss in the ratio of 2:2:1. 68,000 into 2 by 5, 27,200. 68,000 into 2 by 5, 27,200. 68,000 into 1 by 5, 13,600. These are the realization loss. I said one point, as per Garner versus Murray, these Anil and Banu, whoever solvent partners are there, they will bring their share of realization loss as cash. So by bank or cash account, 27,200, 27,200. Chandu can't get anything because he is become insolvent. उनको लेके आने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है. So now in the capital accounts there is debit side 13,600 in Chandu capital and credit side 8,000. So 13,000 minus 8, 13,600 minus 8,000, 5,600 loss is there, that should be borne by Anil and Banu in their capital sharing ratio. So वर्किंग नोट करके वो शेयर कैसे करते ये देखेंगे. So here working note 1, calculation of capital loss or deficiency of insolvent partner shall be borne by solvent partner in partners, that is Anil and Banu, in the last agreed capital sharing ratio. Okay, so deficiency of insolvent partner Chandu is 13,600 minus 8,000, 5,600. Share are borne by the shared are borne by solvent partners Anil and Banu in their last agreed capital sharing ratio, that is 60,000 and 20,000. That is what their capitals are. So if you see here in the question they gave capital balances 60 and 20,000. So these two 60 is to 20 we need to share the loss. So 60,000 is to 20 means 3 is to 1. Okay, 2 ones are 2 threes are, so it will be 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. So Anil's share is total capital loss or deficiency 5,600 into 3 by 4 4,200. Banu 5,600 into 1 by 4 it is 1,400. So this loss we will transfer to capital accounts by recording by Anil, working note 1, Anil's capital 4,200 credit side in Chandu column. Banu's capital, working note 1, just now we did, so 1,400, where it is, right, 1,400 will be credit side of Banu's share of Chandu's capital loss. So debit side, credit side, if you see 13,000 matching, so 8,000 plus 4,200 plus 1,400 will become 13,600. I forgot to write here 47,200. So next credit side Banu 20,000 plus 27,200. Okay, it is 47,200. So from 47,200 if you deduct 72,200 and 1,400 there will be 18,600. Simply here you are having 27,200 27,200. If you eliminate these two, you are having credit side 20,000. From that if you deduct 1,400 then there will be 18,600 as bank we need to take. To Chandu loss यहाँ पे जो लिखे ना उसका corresponding यहाँ पे भी लिखना पड़ेगा. I forgot to tell you. So to Chandu capital in Anil we will write 4,200. Here in Chandu we are writing by Anil. So in Anil capital account we need to take to Chandu, and in Banu capital also we need to take to Chandu. The share of loss they are sharing. So 1,400. Next we will be having balancing figure, that is 47,200 minus, if you do these things, 18,600 balance, and here 60,000 plus 27,200 87,200. From 87,200 if you deduct 27,200 and 4,200 it will be 55,800. आप सिंपली ऐसा भी कर सकते, क्रेडिट साइड में डेबिट साइड में जो सेम अमाउंट है उसको छोड़ दो. 27,200 remaining is 60,000. From 60,000 if you deduct 4,200 it will be 58,800. So it will match with 87,200. Generally इतना करे तो बस हो जाता, but he said necessary ledger accounts ना. For me what is necessary means, for me cash account also necessary, so I am preparing cash and bank account. Particulars amount to balance brought down 20,000 to Anil's capital for the capital cash contribution for the realization loss, to Banu capital 27,200. Whatever closing balances are there in capital account we wrote by bank, to bank, here 55,800 18,600. These will come in the cash or bank account. By Anil's capital 55,800 you are paying, by Banu's capital 18,600 you are paying. That's it. So एक क्वेश्चन हो गया अपना, क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. Next one is question number 5. Jivani holding 100 shares of Sony company, 100 rupees each. She paid 20 rupees application and 30 rupees allotment, but failed to pay first and final call. Her shares were forfeited and reissued at later date at rupees 70 per share. Journalize the transactions in the books of Sony Company Limited. So Sony Company में we need to write the journal entries for forfeiture and reissue of forfeiture shares. Application money 20 rupees pay हुआ and allotment money 30. So 20 plus 30, how much they paid? 50 rupees they paid. Out of 100, remaining 50 is unpaid as first and final call. So let us write the general entries for that question. So question number 5, general entries, date, particulars in the books of Sony company, journal entries, particulars, debit amount, credit amount, LF column. On the date of share forfeiture, on the date of share forfeiture, what will be the general entry means? Equity share capital account debit with whatever forfeited shares. 100 shares into 100 rupees, 10,000 to sorry, really, oh my god, to share capital, to share forfeiture account, 100 shares into 50, whatever Jivani has paid. What amount she has paid? She has paid 20 plus 30, total 50 she has paid. So for that 100 shares into 50 rupees, 5,000 to share forfeiture. To first and final call account, 100 shares into 50 rupees remaining unpaid, so it will be credited. Next, general entry, being shares forfeited for being Jivani shares forfeited for non-payment of first and final call. That's it. Next, we are reissuing these shares on reissue of forfeited shares. So bank account debit to equity share capital account. 100 shares you are reselling at reissuing at 70 rupees, so 7,000, but always share capital will be credited with what? Full value 100 ही लेना है. So remaining balance we will take from share forfeiture account already which is credited here. इससे पहले शेयर होल्डर ने पे करे, आपने జప్త్ कर लिए, మనం వాపస్ తీసేసుకున్నాం కదా, ఆ అమౌంట్ మన దగ్గరనే ఉండిపోయింది షేర్ ఫోర్ఫీచర్లో. సో ఆ అమౌంట్ ఇక్కడ యూటిలైజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఫర్ దట్ పర్పస్ this 3,000 you will take it from share forfeiture and make it 100 rupees as face value fully. So bank account debit, repeat, bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit to equity share capital account 10,000. Being 100 equity shares which were forfeited reissued at rupees 70 per share having face value 100. Okay, now forfeiture account credited with 5,000 and share forfeiture account debited with 3,000. So remaining 2,000, that is 5,000 minus 3,000, 2,000 is balance is there, that will be transferred to capital reserve. Don't forget to write this general entry. Okay, on or after reissue of forfeited shares, share forfeiture account debit 2,000 to capital reserve account 2,000. Being balance in share forfeiture account transferred to capital reserve account, that is 5,000 minus 3,000, 2,000 is the amount. So here we end the question number 2 also. Next, 5 we finished, 2 questions we have finished. Now is saying one more question. Accounting period calendar year 2017, date of taking over the balance sheet is 1/1/2017, date of incorporation 1/4/2017, total sales 90,000, monthly average sales for the period of first 3 months is was one of remaining period. Calculate the sales ratio and time ratio. You can take 100 as average sales, and you can do Rx, and you can do R. Total sales amount 90 lakhs divided by 12. If you do, you will get average sales, monthly average sales. With that, first 3 months, that is January, February, March, 3 months pre-incorporation period, we need to take sales, and remaining sales will be post-incorporation sales. Let us calculate time ratio and sales ratio for question number 6. So question number 6, working note 1, data given. Accounting period calendar year 2017, date of taking over or acquisition 1/1/2017, date of incorporation 1/4/2017. Any period before the incorporation is pre-incorporation. Remaining period will be post-incorporation. So let us calculate time ratio first. Calculation of time ratio, pre-incorporation period 1/1/2017 to 31st March 2017. That is before 1/4/2017 ना. So ये दिन से पहले वाला दिन 31st मार्च रहेगा. 3 months January, February, March. Post incorporation period will be from 1/4/2017 to 31st December 2017. Time ratio, this is 9 months, this is 3 months. So 9 months, 3 months, 9:3 or 1:3 or 1/4, 3/4 we can take as the time ratio. Next, we need to calculate the sales ratio. Calculation of sales ratio. It is given that total sales 90 lakhs. Oh, by mistake I wrote 10 less. Take it 90 और एक 0 बढ़ा लो. यहाँ पे भी एक 0 बढ़ेगा. सब में एक 0 बढ़ेगा. ओके. 90 lakhs divided by 12, 7,50,000 into 3. So sales ratio यहाँ पे थोड़ा चेंज होगा, नहीं, हाफ डिवाइडेड बाय 2. यहाँ पे और एक 0 आ जाएगा बस. Sales for the first 3 months, 1/2 means 1/2 of the remaining period, that is 1/1/2017 to 31/3/2017 pre-incorporation sales. Average sales into 1/2 into 3 months. So average sales 7,50,000 into 1/2 into 3, it will be 11,25,000. Okay. Post incorporated sales, total sales minus pre-incorporation. So 90 lakhs minus 11,20,000, it will be 78 lakhs 75,000. So if you do sales ratio, it will be 9:63. Okay, divide कर दिए तो then it will become 9 ones are 9 sevens are, so 1:7 will be your sales ratio. Okay, that's end of the question number 6. Let us see, one more question is there relating to problem, that is question number 8. 2000 15% preference shares of 100 rupees each, 2 lakhs. 20,000 equity shares of 100 rupees each, rupees 8 per share paid up. This is, so paid up share capital 1,60,000. Profit before tax 5 lakhs. Tax rate 50%. Transfer to general reserve 25% every year. Of profit, normal rate of return 18%. Calculate value of equity share. Which value? Yield value. We need to take yield value. Okay, so let us calculate yield value. Question number 8 का आंसर यहाँ पे। ओके, step wise we will do. Step 1, calculation of expected profit, particulars, amount. So profit before tax 5 lakhs, less tax at the rate 50%, that is 5 lakhs into 50%, it will be 2,50,000. Profit after tax, it will be 2,50,000, less transfer to general reserve 2,50,000 into 25%, 62,500. So profit before dividend is 1,87,500. From this we need to deduct preference dividend. So 2 lakhs into 15%, 30,000. If you deduct, expected profit is 1,57,500. This is your expected profit. Next, step 2, calculation of expected rate of return, that is ERR we call. ERR is equals to expected profit divided by paid up share capital. Total paid up share capital we need to take into 100. If you do, you will get as a percentage. So expected profit is 1,57,500 and paid up share capital 1,60,000 into 100. It will be 98.4375. So I have taken it approximately 98.44. Next, value per each share under yield method. Okay, yield method में करना है या earning capacity method we can say. Value per share is equals to ERR by NRR into paid up share value per share. Each share we need to take. Okay, in previous step we need to take total share capital. Here we need to take only per share value. So ERR we got here 98.44. So 98.44 and normal rate is given 18% in the question and paid up share value rupees 8. So it will be 43.75 value per share under yield basis. Okay. So here ends the answers. I try to finish it in 20 minutes. थोड़ा 2 मिनट ज़्यादा हो गया, थोड़ा भाषण भी हो गया ना. So I'll try to put this notes in the description of the video. You can take it from there. सीखते रहो क्योंकि सीखना बन तो जीतना बन. And sharing is caring. Please share it with your friends. जय हिंद.